Well, let's bring in Matt Maley now. He's the Chief Market Strategist at Tabak. Matt, look, it's neither Israel nor Gaza are oil-producing countries. So why have energy prices jumped?
Well, Juliet, I think the main concern, of course, is this connection between Iran and what's going on with Hamas. And if this thing does escalate in any kind of meaningful way to a regional situation, especially if it's a direct conflict between Israel and Iran, that will definitely have a big impact on oil prices. And there'll be sanctions on Iran. I mean, there's no question that the U.S. right now is showing full support, as they have in the past, for Israel, and that that will hurt some of the sanctions and some of the issues that we've talked about with some of the sanctions being taken off recently. They could be put right back on, and therefore it could become a big problem. And we've already have a situation where oil prices had come down a little bit, but the Saudis for a long time now have been saying that they want to, and indicating they want to keep oil prices elevated. So this all kind of coming together at a tough time.
And what about the rush to things like the dollar, to gold, to other safe haven assets? What are you expecting there?
Well, I think we'll see more of it. I mean, gold is up quite a bit today.
Yeah.
Part of that has to do with it was so oversold and it had not been acting well. But the dollar has been strong recently, and really for many months now. And so the bounce there isn't as big. But right now, I think overall, you look at what's going on in the global bond markets. There isn't a really big flight to safety move today. There's a lot of it's a move, but not a big one, except for the one in gold. And I think as people get more, I guess my point is, I think the stock market especially is a little too complacent right now. I think that there are some more issues that we need to pull out there. I mean, people are saying, geez, just because the stock market is acting okay, therefore this situation isn't going to deteriorate. I'm like, well, the markets are not a good indicator of what the political leaders decisions they're going to make. So people need to be a little more careful, in my opinion.
So, I mean, geopolitical risks are heightened. Do you think that they tend to be short-lived? Are they going to linger long? You talk about that complacency. I wonder how it's going to play out.
Well, in times past, where we've seen these big spikes in oil prices because of geopolitical concerns, they tend to come right back down quite quickly. I'm not so sure that should be the case this time because, again, oil hasn't spiked in a big way. It's only up a couple of dollars. And again, I mean, remember what the markets predicted when President Putin amassed a big army on the Ukrainian border. Everybody said, don't worry, it's just a show of force. He's not going to do anything. And, of course, he did. And the markets, which were already under pressure anyway, got hit quite hard. So I think that investors should be a little bit more careful here.